If you can dream it, then you can eat it. In this episode, I bring a virtual cake to life at the makerspace Pumping Station 1. You're watching Super Chomp. So here's the breakdown. Sculpt your objects, print your objects, pour silicone to create a mold, fill the mold with food, eat the thing you sculpted. Welcome to Pumping Station 1, Chicago's oldest hackerspace. In addition to having an amazing kitchen, there's woodworking, electronics, crafts, small metals, 3D printing. You can make anything here. You can make your dreams come true. We recently got our first virtual reality headset. It's a Windows mixed reality headset. What I want to do is sculpt a low poly succulent cake in VR, 3D print it, turn it into food grade silicone, and then make a mirror glaze cake out of it. I really love the look of the cakes by Dinara Costco, so I'm going to try to emulate that. Fruit layer, cake layer, white chocolate mousse, mirror glaze on the outside, chocolates on top. For this, I'm designing cake, plants, and PS1 logo in the free application Google Blocks. Google Blocks saves your 3D sculptures in your Documents folder as OBJ and MTL files that you can open in any 3D software. I'm going to open my files in Cinema 4D and save out individual STL files for 3D printing. Before I'm done, I'm going to design shells that these prints can rest in. This way it's easy to pry foods out of the molds and I don't use too much silicone. Now it's time to print. I'll print these at normal quality and add support structures since there are some funny edges on my cactus. The silicone I'm using is Smooth On Smooth Sil 940. Once this is set, it'll take about a day to cure. First thing I'm going to do is chop up a bunch of white chocolate, melt it down, add green and red Americolor, and fill in our chocolate molds. So I'm going to stick this guy on a plate and put it in the freezer. Let's see if there's enough material for this. Not bad. Not too bad. So this is our silicone mold for the cake base. It's going to get filled with white chocolate mousse, Michigan peach, and Concord grape. Hold up. What is that? Frozen fruit layers fused with cake. At Lincoln Park Farmers Market, I bought Michigan peaches and Concord grapes, removed the seeds and pits, and simmered them in a saucepan with honey and a gelatin packet, pouring them into a ring shape that I will freeze overnight. Okay, carry on. Plus, just standard white cake. Stay Puffed, Pillsbury, Michelin Man, $1 cake from Jewel Osco. The mousse. This can be a complex recipe, so we're doing it backwards, then forwards. This is a frozen solid mousse. It was poured into a mold. Before it was pourable, it was whipped cream plus a white chocolate gelatin mixture. The gelatin mixture is boiled whipped cream plus a clarified gelatin. Okay, now forwards. The mousse is gelatin, cream, and white chocolate that is heated and whipped. In a medium saucepan, we want half a cup of the cream. In a small saucepan, we want the water and our gelatin powder. So we'll let this sit for 5 minutes, then we're going to heat it on the stove until it's clear. Meanwhile, we're going to boil this cream. When this cream is boiled, we're going to add the heated clear gelatin to it. Separately, we're going to melt all of this chocolate. While we're melting that, this is going to get whipped until it has stiff peaks. The gelatin cream mixture is going to be added to the white chocolate, and then the whipped cream is going to be added into that. Let's do it. I'm filling this mold with mousse and placing my fruit and cake layers inside. It should be suspended by air bubbles and not sink to the bottom. And I'll top it off to seal it. And that's going in the freezer to firm up. The glaze is heated sugar syrup added to a mixture of gelatin, sweetened condensed milk, and white chocolate. The sugar syrup ingredients are going into a saucepan to dissolve on medium heat. Then we're going to boil them until they reach 217 degrees Fahrenheit. Meanwhile, the gelatin, sweetened condensed milk, and white chocolate are going into a mixing bowl. When the syrups come to temperature, we'll add it to the white chocolate mixture. Then we're going to mix everything with a whisk, and I'll seal it with plastic wrap and stick it in the fridge until it's set. So let's take our stuff out of the fridge. I'd recommend cutting a piece of cardboard to the shape of your mold to use as a cake mount, maybe something like a pizza box. So we want to heat this glaze at half power for 30 seconds until it's 95 degrees. Looks like it's around 90, and honestly I think that's good. Let's glaze this thing. This is where food coloring would really shine, but my design doesn't call for any, so this mirror glaze is just a practical test. I want to add to this cake design because it looks a little bare. So I'm going to mix up some vanilla buttercream and some rosewater buttercream and make some cactus blossoms. I'm using graham crackers for soil. I'm placing these chocolates in the same order they were in VR. Now we could use augmented reality here to view our virtual model right next to the real cake, and here's how you do it. Upload your files to Sketchfab, view your model in the Sketchfab app, and hit the AR button. Then tap to place your model on a surface. This could let you decorate a cake by using the virtual cake right next to it as a reference at real-world scale. Anyway, we're almost done, and here's how we net it out. So this is a mirror glazed succulent cake with rosewater blossoms, Michigan peach and Concord grape, and a white cake layer. This cake was successfully laid to waste by other PS1 members. Thanks for watching.